I proposed.
I proposed to her as well. But
yes.
Katy was first, and that was our main proposal.
That was like our big moment of like, we're engaged, oh my gosh. So yeah, I did it while she was running, and it actually became like a viral sensation for a brief moment in time. It like blew up on Twitter, blew up on Instagram.
What?
Yeah, it was actually really fun, but a lot of people were like, why did she propose in the snow? So basically, like, I woke up really early in the morning. I had this whole thing planned, and I put signs along the way that she was running, and she was doing a like 12 or 14 mile like run with a friend. So I had it set up with a friend that they were already in on it and knew everything. So Amanda's running, and she sees all these posters, and she's like, did someone go missing? Like, what are these posters for?
Well, this is on the lakefront in Chicago,
and there are often signs for
there
that.
There are signs. Horrible, but sometimes it's a missing dog, which is still horrible, but that was just my first assumption when I saw the first one. It was a lime green sign, and it just said Amanda with an arrow pointing forward or ahead, and yeah, the signs got bigger as I got closer, and one said, are you ready to spend forever? One had it said, I've loved you since, and it had pictures of the day we first met in person, and pictures of our first messages and text messages just blown up on it. And
one even played music.
One was playing one of our songs that means a lot to us. And meanwhile, my mom and one of our best friends were hiding behind the trees, and I didn't even see them until after the fact. They were like ninjas. But it was between Fullerton and Diversey Harbor on the lakefront path, and there's this circle of Siddhartha heads that's fairly close to the water, so it's always been one of my favorite spots since they got placed there about 4 years ago, because like it does, like you can see the water, so like especially in the morning with the sunrise, it's just a really pretty spot. And
there was white fresh snow on the ground too, so it was beautiful.
Yeah. And Katy, I'd known from previous conversations that was one of my favorite spots, and so I think that's mainly why you chose that spot. I don't want to speak for you, but yeah, you can continue.
So she runs up to me, and after seeing all the signs, and she's so confused. She's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, what do you think I'm doing here? It's like 6 a.m. I'm here to propose to you. And so
she might win for the earliest proposal.
I don't think so.
Well, unless you count like 2 a.m. proposals.
So anyway, I was nervous as heck, but I had like a thing in my head that I was going to say, and then I got down on one knee and basically asked her to spend the rest of her life with me, and then she like was like halfway crying, halfway like jumping up and down.
I was in shock a little bit.
Yeah, and then I picked her up, and there's like really great pictures of me like picking you up and kissing and being so excited, and then out appears your mom and our best friend Anna Marie, and so yeah, that was like the big moment, and then we were all freezing our butts off out there, so we went inside. But
one of my favorite photos from that day, from that morning, was when so Katy and I have each other on Find My Friends on our iPhone, and so Katy was using that so she knew, like, as I was getting closer, I always have my phone with me when I run, just for safety reasons mainly, and so there's a picture that our friend got of her, literally like the biggest smile of hers I've almost ever seen, and she was like doing this, and she was just really excited because she realized I was getting closer.
So I think she was completely caught off guard. Like, we hadn't even picked out rings together. We hadn't talked. We had talked about like getting engaged, obviously, but like there was no timeline. There was no like, here's like, I knew what kind of ring she wanted, but I just basically went for it, and without really doing like the traditional stuff of like, let's go pick out a ring a month before the proposal and all that stuff. So yeah, and then she bought a ring for me, and basically after we went on a date, like also got down on one knee and proposed to me as well.
Exactly a month later.
Yeah.
So that way she had her own special ones.
I had basically looked back on our relationship and seen that we had gone through almost all the seasons that I knew that we needed to go through as a couple and as people to basically be ready to spend our lives together. And I was like, this is my team partner, like, in everything. Like, this is, obviously we're like still falling in love, which is amazing because at that point it had been almost 2 years, and then I think we also just had each other's backs through and through, and we had been through so much, so it was just like this is the person that I definitely want to spend my life with. This is the person I want to have kids with. This is the person I want to sit in rocking chairs and knit sweaters with, like when we're, 85 and gray. So it was just like, this is totally my person, and I can't picture doing any of those things with anyone else. And I've dated a lot of people, and I knew, like, this is the person that I have wanted and waited for, and, like, learned a lot about life for, too.